20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So, cast off the bowlines. Sail away from the safe harbor. Catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, discover. Life is an endless flow, and people are always standing at important crossroads. There are moments when we hesitate, waver in fear of the risks that may come. But the scariest thing is not failure. It is letting time pass without truly living. This quote is a powerful reminder of the importance of action, of not allowing fear to prevent us from seizing the precious opportunities that life offers. Looking back at the past, what haunts people is not the times they stumbled, but the things they never dared to try. Time may dull the pain of failure, but it cannot erase the regret of missed opportunities. Each passing day is a chance to live more fully, to push beyond our limits, and to explore untapped potential. Life is finite, and 20 years from now, when looking back, no one wants to realize that they have wasted too much time in fear and hesitation. The image of a ship leaving the harbor is a profound metaphor. A ship is not built to remain anchored in the port, but to sail, to conquer the vast oceans. If it stays in its safe zone forever, it will slowly decay, never knowing the thrill of freedom on the waves. People are the same. We can choose a safe life, repeating what is familiar, or we can step outside, face challenges, and do things that truly make our hearts race. Daring to try is daring to live, and life only becomes meaningful when we have the courage to write our own story. Catching the trade winds in your sails is a rallying cry for those who dare to dream, for those who refuse to live a dull existence. The world is not short of dreams, but what separates the successful from those who merely wish is action. Great discoveries, astonishing achievements, all come from those who dare to face the unknown, who embark on journeys without knowing what lies ahead. Each of us has an ocean to conquer, if only we have the courage to set sail. No one can change the past, but at this very moment, we can decide our future. Perhaps there will be challenges, failures, but all of these only make the journey more worthwhile. Ask yourself, 20 years from now, do you want to look back with pride because you lived fully, or with regret because you let life slip away in waiting? There is only one way to find out what lies ahead. Cast off the bowlines, raise the sails, and begin your journey. Think of those who dared to step out of their comfort zones and created great change. The great explorers refused to stay still. The greatest scientists never stopped seeking. And artists broke boundaries to pursue their passions. If they had not taken action, the world would not have seen breakthroughs, masterpieces, or incredible progress. Each of us has the power to do the same. One does not have to be a great figure to make a difference. Sometimes, just one brave decision, one first step, can change an entire life. Ask yourself, is there something you have always wished to do, but never dared to try? Are you waiting for the perfect moment, or are you simply letting fear control you? Time waits for no one. Today is the only opportunity you have. Do not delay your dreams. Do not wait for an uncertain future, because when 20 years have passed, the only thing you will regret is not the times you fell, but the dreams you never pursued. So, be bold, cast off the bowlines, let your ship glide on the waves. Let your life be a journey of discovery, of daring to dream and act without hesitation. You may not know what lies ahead, but one thing is certain, it will be far more valuable than standing still forever. A well-placed compliment can sustain me for 2 months. Words have more power than we can ever imagine. They can uplift the spirit, inspire motivation, and even change a person's life. A timely and sincere compliment is not just a simple acknowledgement. It has the power to nourish the soul and instill confidence far more than any material reward. This statement emphasizes the importance of encouragement in human life, and how positive words can have a lasting impact on a person's emotions, motivation, and behavior. In society, people are often caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, forgetting to express appreciation to others through positive words. A compliment costs nothing, requires no extravagant gift, yet it has the ability to brighten someone's day. It can make someone feel that their efforts are recognized, that their hard work is not in vain. When people receive compliments, they feel more confident, more motivated to keep striving and improving themselves. This is true not only for individuals but also for organizations and communities. A culture that values appreciation and encouragement will always be the most thriving one. Compliments not only bring momentary joy, but also have the power to nourish the soul for a long time. When someone tells you that you did well, that your work matters, it does not just create a fleeting moment of happiness. It imprints on the memory, becoming a motivation to keep contributing. This statement also indirectly reflects a truth. In life, recognition and appreciation are sometimes even more important than material wealth. Money can buy comfort, but it cannot buy true fulfillment if there is no acknowledgement from others. A person may have everything, but if they never receive appreciation, they may still feel empty and lost. Many people in the world, whether in their careers or personal lives, only need a sincere compliment to keep going. They do not need grand rewards, nor extravagant recognition, just a small but heartfelt encouragement. A teacher's praise can help a student believe in their abilities and strive harder. A leader who appreciates their employees can create a positive work environment where every individual feels valued. A friend who compliments another can completely change their mood on a difficult day. However, the most important thing is that compliments must come from sincerity. A false compliment, one without genuine intent, not only fails to have a positive effect, but can also make the recipient feel uncomfortable and skeptical about the speaker's motives. Therefore, when giving a compliment, make sure it comes from true appreciation. We do not need to search for grand things to praise. Simply focusing on small positives can help others feel better. Life is a long journey where everyone has moments of exhaustion, discouragement, and loss of faith. A well-timed compliment can be the motivation that helps someone keep going, reminding them that they are valuable and not alone. We can all be a source of inspiration for each other with just a few words, a simple compliment. If a single compliment can sustain someone's spirit for 2 months, imagine how beautiful the world would be if we knew how to use positive words every day. Lack of money is the root of all evil. Money has long been regarded as one of the most crucial elements of human society. It is not just a medium of exchange for goods and services, but also a symbol of power, status, and security. However, when money becomes a necessity that cannot be sufficiently met, it can lead to negative consequences, pushing people into desperate situations. This statement reflects the reality that financial deprivation often drives people to the edge of morality and legality, leading to wrongful actions and crimes. Throughout history, the gap between the rich and the poor has always been one of the primary causes of social unrest, crime, and revolutions. When an individual or a community is plunged into financial hardship, survival becomes the top priority, and morality may take a back seat. People who lack the means to support themselves and their families may be forced to do things against their conscience to obtain what they need. In modern society, crime is often closely linked to economic circumstances. From petty theft to complex criminal organizations, most of them stem from a common root: the need for money. When people find themselves in financial distress, they tend to seek quick solutions, and sometimes those solutions go against ethical standards. Not everyone is born wanting to commit wrongful acts, but circumstances can leave them with no other choice. Unstable economies where unemployment is rising, wealth disparity is stark, and opportunities for legitimate prosperity are limited, often have higher crime rates. Financial deprivation not only affects individuals, but also has a ripple effect on communities and society as a whole. When someone is pushed to the brink, they not only harm themselves, but may also pose a threat to others. However, this does not mean that everyone who lacks money becomes a criminal. Many people, despite living in hardship, still uphold their morals and integrity. But the reality is that when placed in extreme situations, humans are more susceptible to negative influences and are more likely to take the wrong path. This underscores the importance of creating a just society where everyone has the opportunity to grow and succeed without resorting to unethical means. Financial hardship affects not only behavior, but also deeply impacts a person's psychology. When someone feels trapped in the cycle of poverty, they may lose hope, become desperate, and be easily drawn into illegal activities. Fear of the future, anxiety about providing for their family, and social pressures can all push people to their limits. This raises an important question. How can we minimize the negative impact of financial deprivation? One of the most effective solutions is education and economic empowerment. When a society provides sufficient job opportunities, financial support for those in need, and ensures that no one is left behind, crime rates significantly decrease. Each of us has a responsibility in building a fairer society. If we have the means, we should help those in need, create opportunities for them instead of merely criticizing or alienating them. A strong economic system does not just improve individual lives, but also makes society safer and healthier. This statement is not an excuse for wrongful actions, but rather a warning about the impact of poverty on society. When people have enough to live on, they can focus on self-development and contributing to their communities. But when they are pushed to the edge, their choices may no longer be governed by morality or conscience. Understanding this allows us to take a more compassionate view of society and work together to find solutions for a more just world. Anger is like acid. It damages the container more than anything it is poured upon. Anger is one of the most primal emotions of human beings. It can erupt when we are hurt, betrayed, or faced with unwanted situations. However, few realize that anger does not only affect others, but harms oneself even more. This saying emphasizes that anger is like a toxin. When harbored for too long, it corrodes the soul and body of the one who carries it, more than it harms those around them. Just as acid can corrode metal, anger can destroy a person's spirit and health. When someone lets anger reside within them, they not only endure emotional suffering, but also face negative physical consequences. Scientific studies have shown that prolonged anger can lead to high blood pressure, cardiovascular diseases, and a weakened immune system. These negative emotions directly impact the brain, creating prolonged stress and affecting the quality of life. People who are often angry not only harm themselves, but also damage their relationships. When one is consumed by anger, they may speak harsh words, act impulsively, and hurt those they love. In many cases, a moment of anger can destroy friendships, marriages, and even careers. Words spoken in anger can sometimes leave wounds deeper than physical actions. Moreover, anger causes people to lose self-control. When anger overwhelms reason, we are prone to making wrong decisions and impulsive actions that we may later regret. Many tragedies in life stem from moments of lost control. An insult, a thoughtless action, or even prolonged hatred can lead to unimaginable consequences. But the most dangerous aspect of anger is not the harm it causes to others, but the internal destruction of the one who nurtures it. When a person harbors resentment and anger, they live in a constant state of negativity, always feeling pressured and unable to enjoy life. They imprison themselves in thoughts filled with bitterness, which only deepens their suffering. The solution to dealing with anger is not to suppress or ignore it, but to learn how to control and transform it into something positive. Instead of letting anger consume the mind, find ways to release it through healthy activities, such as exercise, journaling, or sharing feelings with a trusted person. Forgiveness is also a powerful way to free oneself from the shackles of anger. When we learn to let go, we not only liberate others, but also free ourselves. A peaceful life does not mean never feeling anger, but knowing how to manage emotions so they do not control us. Anger is a part of being human, but if left unchecked, it becomes a poison that kills our own happiness. When faced with a situation that makes us angry, remember that we have the choice of how to react. Will we let anger burn us from within, or will we find a way to turn it into motivation for growth and development? The answer lies within us. Life is a journey of continuous learning, change, and growth. Emotions like anger, sorrow, or regret are inevitable, but what matters most is how we control and respond to them. When we learn to let go of emotional burdens, we not only free ourselves from torment, but also open the door to better things in the future. Happiness does not come from controlling everything around us, but from achieving inner balance. When we learn to listen to ourselves, understand our emotions, and seek positive values from experiences, whether painful or joyful, we will gradually find true peace. Sometimes, change does not come from grand actions, but from the smallest thoughts. A moment of forgiveness, a time of letting go, a decision not to let the past control the future. Life constantly challenges us with unpredictable events, but it is how we face those challenges that defines who we are. If we choose to hold on to suffering, it becomes chains that bind our souls. But if we learn to embrace everything with an open heart, we will see that even wounds can become valuable lessons. No one lives without making mistakes, but what matters is what we learn from them and how we change. Appreciating every moment, living meaningfully, and being grateful for life does not mean denying difficulties, but choosing to see them through a different lens. What is past cannot be changed, but our attitude towards the present can determine our future. When we stop blaming ourselves for past mistakes and regretting things beyond our control, we finally become truly free. Live each moment fully, be grateful for what we have, cherish those around us, and continue moving forward with a lighter heart. When we learn to let go of what is not worth holding on to, we will find ourselves freer, stronger, and genuinely happier. And when we learn to love ourselves, we will also know how to love life in a more complete way.